I wish that before my father had passed away, he wrote me a letter explaining what he did or what he was feeling and the things that he went through and just his perspective, and he didn't, unfortunately. That's why I love these two songs that I've chosen to analyze. I've chosen to analyze two songs by Eminem. One of them is called Temporary by Eminem featuring Skylar Grey, and the other one is called Somebody Save Me by Eminem and Jelly Roll. Both of these songs work together to kind of show interpersonal conflict within Eminem, Marshall Mathers himself, as a father and as a man. The He explains that he had made these choices when he was, younger in the past, and he wishes that he could have done things differently. And how there's even a point where the chorus of "Somebody Save Me" is, "I'm a lost cause, baby, don't waste your time on me. I'm so damaged beyond repair. Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams." And so these are words that just show how Eminem and how the speaker feels about himself and how he is affected by the choices that he had made and how he wishes that he could have done things differently. Expanding the world of the song, he lived a life of addiction and then passed away, and now it's a letter to his children that they're reading or experiencing after he had passed away. The interpersonal conflict that we see is familial conflict of Eminem and his children, specifically Haley. Eminem explains a lot about his identity of being very individualistic mindset of it's all about me and drugs, and even the song Somebody Save Me, it's still a lot about I language. And I think that that is consistent with both songs. But even though it's I language, I think it's still focused on what he's wanting for his children and kind of the hopes that he can give his children peace. The scarce resources that we see in these songs are time, affection, attention, energy that he gives to his addiction that he doesn't give to his children. And so that's quoted, "I'm sorry that I chose drugs above you," things like that. And so it's something that Haley had to kind of grow up, and his other children grew up fighting for those resources, and he acknowledges that. And unfortunately, because of the way that the timing of the story and the song, he had passed away, so that time was no longer available. And so I think that that's also an element of that scarcity in the resources. There's a power imbalance of the parent-child dynamic, parent-child high power distance. But I think because of the addiction, it makes it a little bit more vague, because I think it gives the children a little bit more power than it would in a normal or in a typical relationship, I guess. And I think also after he's gone, he's kind of passing the power to his family, specifically Haley. Face work, according to Stella Tingtumi's face negotiation theory, I think that Eminem is trying to save face. I don't think it's in a way of I want other people to realize that I'm this great guy. I think it's I want my children to recognize that I'm being genuine and here's how I feel. And so being vulnerable and showing that vulnerability. The tone and outcome of the story, it's definitely a warning. And kind of a repair. I want to repair the things I've done. I want to forget, or I want to apologize for the things I've done. And I want to warn others that time is very limited. We don't have a lot of time with each other. I think that this song kind of illustrates emotional regulation with the sense of acknowledging the mistakes that he made, but also, and recognizing how those impacted his children. The music video is very impactful. Both of them have video clips of home videos, and so it's very personal, very raw. The colors is very, very dim. Temporary includes footage from Haley as an adult getting married, and she gets to see her dad. So it's very interesting and just very personal. And so even though my own father didn't get to write a letter to me before he passed away, I'm glad that I have these songs to kind of relate to.